We win one tomorrow. We win one tomorrow. We win one tomorrow.
Can Andrew catch up with it? A diving catch ends the game!
Hit to deep right center field. Andrew Jones. Oh, good night. That's why that man's a Gold Glover. I mean, that saved 3 runs.
Where Singles Would Go to Die by D.M. McGee, 2024. He'd lean forth an inch, closer and closer. We all came to see 25. Our pitchers were fearless, on the hill with no worries, backed by the greatest center fielder alive. Into the gap? Ha, that's a laugh. Jones was faster than light. Andrew would dart more like an art, the crowd oohing and awing with sighs. Bombs from the plate, speed on the base, a swing and a smile and big fly. But we came to gaze, and were always amazed, where Singles Would Go to Die. Where Singles Would Go to Die by D.M. McGee, 2024.
Eat your heart out, Willie Mays.
Exactly. That's a tougher play than Willie Mays made.
Darn tootin'.
Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones, Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where Singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider, the quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez, Javi to B-Mac, Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog, He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler, Matzik, and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren, Skip Carey 2, Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren, Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Rama-Lama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee, to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair.
With liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me. You can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed and his old man's here. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They come for reasons they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door, as innocent as children, longing for the past.
Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers, been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good. And it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a...
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
You're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much, but he no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
If you build it, he will come.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my light beer. I love them. Good seats, huh?
You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I must be in the front row.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so
this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity.
Quiet, we're on the air.
You're in Braves country.
Welcome into Braves Country today. Quick pregame show for you as the Braves took game one of a three-game series against the Athletics last night. And here's a couple of sound bites that you may have missed after the game. We'll do Mauricio Dubon, who went 3 for 4 last night with 3 RBIs, and then Bryce Elder, who got the win, and he went 6 strong and looked great. Mauricio Dubon, right after the ball game being interviewed, edited it up so it didn't just lie there, but he's basically just being asked about getting started off with the Braves and how he's fit in with the team, and of course his big night.
I mean, just consistent at best. I think that's been the biggest one. I mean, just going out there and knowing I'm going to play the next day, just give me the being able to be comfortable at the plate and try my stuff. This game is tough. This game is going to humble you, and everything. You just got to go out there and be a good guy, I think sometimes people forget about that stuff. Just go out there, and just sometimes a pat in the back is the best thing for a guy. Oh, I love it, honestly. I mean, I get a lot of ground balls and everything. Boot a couple once tonight, but it's part of the game, it happens. But I hate facing him too, so it's not fun, but it's fun having on my side now. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And we'll finish it off with the Bryce Elder presser. He had a great night last night, really commanded the zone, and he was asked about his start and, of course, how he finished last year and it rolling over into the spring.
Oh, good. I think last year I was kind of hoping the season kept going, because I was on a roll. But to come in and, even in spring training, I thought, the way I was throwing the ball I was pleased with, and for it to translate and get a good start, I feel good.
Bryce, what have you thought about the way all you guys have been throwing the 3 starts before?
I think it's been good. I think it's encouraging. I think obviously we're a little bit banged up, but I think just guys stepping up and getting the job done is really what we need to focus on.
How important is it to look for the opportunity inside of times like that where, yes, there are some injuries, but it does create those chances for guys like yourself and others to step in and do the things you need to do?
I mean, I think especially last year we saw, I don't think, if everybody, stays healthy last year, obviously it was a little rocky road at times, but being able to stay healthy and meet innings, and I think it really showed last year. So hopefully get off to a good foot this year and, everybody perform and pitch well that we got.
What do you think kind of was working best tonight? Like, what were you happiest with, when you come out of that game?
I think, I've been working on a change-up some, and I think it was really good tonight, and I think it would allow me to kind of, keep the ball in front of the outfielders a lot. And so I thought that was really good because, I think the sinker was good, but I think it wasn't just commanded really well. But I was able to mix, and I thought Jonah called a heck of a game, so, I was pleased with it.
You talked all spring about the consistency key, right? Well,
sort of be the mindset that going into start number 2?
Kind of the same thing I had today. I mean, I think get ahead and work from there. And I think giving myself a chance early over the plate. And obviously, I'm going to give up some hits early, even some hard hit balls, but try to keep it in front of the outfielders. And and if it is a solo homer, that's fine. Just take my chances early.
And I think that was your first career pickoff. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it was. It felt good. Never really. I always just kind of focused on trying to be quick to the plate and change the looks to keep him on first. But yeah, it sure was nice there to get him out there.
What was the kind of, I guess, the mindset with the ABS system in this start? Obviously, that creates a whole new opportunity for you, but also a whole new opportunity for batters as well.
I mean, I think there's going to be some growing pains with it. Obviously, there's going to be some unhappy people, and I'm going to be unhappy sometimes. But I think that's part of it. That's a rule we decided to implement. So, what are you going to do? You go out there and pitch and make pitches, and if you get a call here and there, great. If it works for you, perfect. If it doesn't, oh well, you got to go out and make it own.
Would you say, I know this is just one start this year, but just if we use the whole 8-start stretch back to where it really got good in August last year, has this stretch, have you been maybe a better pitcher now than you were during the first half of 2023 maybe?
Yeah, I think so. I think more complete. I think, in 23 I went on a run and just making good pitches over and over and over and over again, and then I even got away with some, like you do, you're going to get lucky sometime. But from a stuff standpoint and just kind of the crispness and stuff, yeah, absolutely I do.
Bryce, you added a cutter, at least what reads as a cutter in the spring. You threw it 7 times tonight, and all of them were to left-handers. Kind of seemed like you were using it as a setup pitch. Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, I mean, I think last year the 4-seam had a lot of good action to it, and I was getting good results with it. And so I still plan on using that, but I think, the cutter just kind of creates another plane. Everything's usually up and down for me, being a higher arm slot guy. So, a little different plane moving into the lefties, and I will eventually throw it to righties probably pretty soon. I've been working on it, so I think it's just something moving into lefties away from righties that kind of changes what they're used to seeing.
Thanks, Bryce.
You're in Braves country.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off for the Athletics, it's Wilson. Playing shortstop, 2 for 17 on the year, a 118 average. Langoliers batting second behind the plate. 6 for 16 on the year with 3 home runs, a 375 clip, 6 RBIs. Nick Kurtz is at first and batting third. 1 for 13 on the year, an .077 average, 1 stolen base. Brent Rooker, the designated hitter, is batting cleanup. 1 RBI, batting 176, and batting fifth behind him will be Soderstrom in left field, 4 for 16 on the year with an RBI. Max Muncy, batting sixth, playing third. 3 for 16, 1 home run, 2 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting 188. Ibanez is batting seventh and at second base. He's 0 for 3 on the season. Lawrence Butler is batting eighth and in right field, 1 for 8 in 2026. Denzel Clark is batting ninth and patrolling center field for the Athletics, 1 for 9 on the year with an RBI. On the mound for the Sacramento Athletics, it's Aaron Savali. He'll be going head-to-head with Jose Suarez. Jose, last season, had a 1.86 ERA and a 1.29 whip in limited action. Backing up Jose, the southpaw, in the bottom of the first inning, leading off for your Atlanta Braves, it's Ronald Acuna Jr. He's in right field, 3 for 14 on the year, 1 stolen base, a 2.14 clip. Drake Baldwin batting second and behind home plate. A 2.67 average, 2 home runs, 2 RBI. Matt Olson batting third, playing first, 4 for 15 on the year, 1 RBI, a 2.67 average. And Austin Riley is batting cleanup and at third base, 4 for 15 on the year, a 2.67 average. Mike Yastrzemski is batting fifth and in left field, 5 for 10 on the season, 1 RBI, a 500 clip. Ozzie Albies batting sixth, playing second, 1 home run, 1 RBI, a 3.33 average. Michael Harris II will be patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves. With the righty on the mound, he'll be batting seventh, 4 for 15 on the year, 1 home run, 3 RBI. Dominic Smith is batting eighth and the designated hitter, 2 for 6 on the year, including that big grand slam to walk it off on Saturday night against the Royals. And Michael Dubon is batting ninth and at short, a 400 average and 5 RBI. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it'll be Mark Rippiger. Your first base umpire is Shane Livensparger. Second base will be manned by Dan Merzel, and down the third base line, it's Dan Bellino. Game time temperatures here in Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia, are expected to be at first pitch at about 78 degrees, with the wind blowing in at about 6 miles an hour. So not much of a factor either way. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 156 on the money line. The over-under tonight is 9.5, reflective of the two pitchers on the mound. Our pick to click tonight against the Athletics and Aaron Savali. Well, one guy stands out with really good numbers on him, though we have a very, very small sample size for everybody. I don't believe we've taken him yet so far, so give me Austin Riley. Austin Riley's 2 for 3 lifetime, and we expect him to click, get a couple hits, maybe an RBI or two. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to win this one in a bit of a high-scoring affair. Give me Atlanta 6-3. Put your clicks in the chat, as we're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back on the other side. Make sure to smash that like, and if you haven't already, subscribe and jump in the chat. Join the country club to help support Radio Baseball.
It is the American game. You see a guy hit the ball out the ballpark, and that same guy can come up tomorrow in that situation and miss the ball and lose the ball game. Can bring you up here, it can bring you down there. One thing about it, though, you know it always will be a tomorrow. You got me today, but I'm coming back.
Think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list, but we have a child's interest in baseball, so it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
There's a lot of wonderful stillness in baseball that I love. Many seconds of stillness. When the pitcher has got the sign, the batter is crouched, the ball players all lean forward with their hands on their knees, and then very shortly the ball is delivered. But in that tiny period when the pitch and the fever of the crowd is tangible, there's a moment of absolute stillness that I treasure.
The best of us keep as much of that childhood with us as we grow into adulthood as we can muster. And the most creative, the most happy, the most fortunate of us are those who don't lose the sense of play. And even after we're past the point of being able to actually play the game with any skill, if we love it, then it's like Peter Pan. We remain boys forever. We don't die.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
It's all mixed up with peanuts, tobacco juice, and a hearty feeling among the fans joshing each other. Always was raucous, good spirit. Everybody came to have a good time. The whole stands full of people all roaring. In baseball, never known an instance where so instantly a whole crowd could be brought to its feet, roaring with delight over just a clean crack of a bat against the ball.
A lot of room in right center. If he hits one there, we can dance in the streets.
Line drive and a base hit! Just as to score the tying run. Green to the plate. And he is saved!
We're 1 out away, Braves Country. country from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you've got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet, trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over to first. Baby, sound the trumpets. Do the job through the streets. Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the World Series. And the place is going bananas.
Although edited, tonight's thriller contains suspense and violence which may be unsuitable. Parental discretion is advised.
You're in Braves country.
Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call! You're in Braves country.
Welcome in, Braves country, and those of y'all who may not be big Braves fans or whatnot, but just like a good baseball game. Welcome all baseball fans. Who we got in the chat tonight? Let me scroll all the way back to the... I see Uncle Charlie. I thought I saw Chop Chop in here earlier, and I may have... This may be a reloaded page, so if I don't give you a shout out here in a second, just fire back in. Uncle Charlie, good to see you. Kira, good to see you. Willis Mathis, what you talking about, Willis? Gary the Real McCoy. Spider Burns. Royal PETA. There's Chop Chop. I was starting to think something happened to you, John. I haven't seen you much last few days. I didn't know if you were tied up with that whole Tiger Woods thing. If you were a person of interest. Who else do we have in here tonight? Robert Sharpton. Tim Panel. Ready 70. Who else do we have here? That's all right, Reddy. It happens. You're a Cleveland fan. It's expected for you to just be sour about life. Kira wants to know who's on the mound today. It is Suarez. We'll just see how long he goes. Jose Suarez. Pitched one time last year. Pitched really well. Went about 7 innings. But if you remember, he ended up fizzling out and ended up bouncing around the minor leagues. We actually released him and got him back, and it's been a whole thing. But he doesn't have overpowering stuff. He's going to be a guy who's going to try to get ground balls. Who else do we have in here tonight? James Fisher. Drina. 5:22, freedom. They can't take out freedom. I always think of that movie when I see the name there. Spaceman Ladarius, good to see you back in the chat. George Rogers, King George, greatest running back in South Carolina history. That's a fact. Justin Green Machine. We started this a little early. It's a long story, but basically one of the clocks that I have, it started a little early. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay. Some of y'all might have missed the Bryce Elder press conference. I'm going to replay that for you real quick. I think we can get almost all of it done before first pitch. And as soon as the 3D appears, we'll peel back the curtain and bring you the classic call of radio baseball. So here we go. This is the Bryce Elder pitched to Jem last night, and this is him after the game. I think right before that, was it Dubon? Anyways, it explains it in the clip.
Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity.
The Braves took game 1 of 3. Welcome into Braves Country today. Quick pregame show for you as the Braves took game 1 of a 3-game series against the Athletics last night. And here's a couple of sound bites that you may have missed after the game. We'll do Mauricio Dubon, who went 3 for 4 last night with 3 RBIs, and then Bryce Elder, who got the win, and he went 6 strong and looked great. Mauricio Dubon, right after the ball game being interviewed, edited it up so it didn't just lie there, but he's basically just being asked about getting started off with the Braves and how he's fit in with the team, and of course his big night.
I mean, just consistent at best. I think that's been the biggest one. I mean, just going out there and knowing I'm going to play the next day, just give me the being able to be comfortable at the plate and try my stuff. This game is tough. This game is going to humble you. I mean, and everything. You just got to go out there and be a good guy. I think sometimes people forget about that stuff. Just go out there, and just sometimes a pat in the back is the best thing for a guy. Oh, I love it, honestly. I mean, I get a lot of ground balls and everything. Boot a couple once tonight, but it's part of the game, it happens. But I hate facing him too, so it's not fun, but it's fun having him on my side now. Yep. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And we'll finish it off with the Bryce Elder presser. He had a great night last night, really commanded the zone, and he was asked about his start and, of course, how he finished last year and it rolling over into the spring.
Oh, good. I think at the end of last year I was kind of hoping the season kept going, because I was on a roll. But to come in and, even in spring training, I thought, the way I was throwing the ball I was pleased with, and for it to translate and get a good start, it felt good.
Bryce, what have you thought about the way all you guys have been throwing with 3 starts before you?
I think it's been good. I think it's encouraging. I think obviously we're a little bit banged up, but I think just guys stepping up and getting the job done is really what we need to focus on.
How important is it to look for the opportunity inside of times like that where, yes, there are some injuries, but it does create those chances for guys like yourself and others to step in and do the things you need to do?
I think especially last year we saw, I don't think, if everybody, stays healthy last year, obviously it was a little rocky road at times, but being able to stay healthy and meet innings, and I think it really showed last year. So hopefully get off to a good foot this year and, everybody perform and pitch well that we got.
What do you think kind of was working best tonight? Like, what were you happiest with, when you come out of that game?
I think, I've been working on change-up some, and I think it was really good tonight, and I think it would allow me to kind of, keep the ball in front of the outfielders a lot. And so I thought that was really good because, I think the sinker was good, but I think it wasn't just commanded really well. But I was able to mix, and I thought Jonah called a heck of a game, so, I was pleased with it.
You talked all spring about consistency key, right? What will sort of be the mindset that going into start number 2?
Kind of the same thing I had today. I think get ahead and work from there. And, I think giving myself a chance early over the plate. Obviously, I'm going to give up some hits early, even some hard hit balls, but try to keep it in front of the outfielders, and if it is a solo homer, that's fine. Just take my chances early.
I don't think that was your first career pickoff. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it was. It felt good. It felt good. Never really. I always just kind of focused on trying to be quick to the plate and change the looks to keep him on first, but. Yeah, it sure was nice there to get him out there.
What was the mindset with the ABS system in this start? Obviously, that creates a whole new opportunity for you, but also a whole new opportunity for batters as well.
I think, there's going to be some growing pains with it. Obviously, there's going to be some unhappy people, and I'm going to be unhappy sometimes, but, I think that's part of it. That's a rule we decided to implement, so, what are you going to do? You go out there and pitch and make pitches, and if you get a call here and there, great. If it works for you, perfect. If it doesn't, you got to go out and make another one.
Would you say, I know this is just one start this year, but just if we use the whole 8-start stretch back to where it really got good in August last year, has this stretch, have you been maybe a better pitcher now than you were during the first half of 2023 maybe?
Yeah, I think so. I think more complete. I think, in 23 I went on a run of just making good pitches over and over and over and over again, and then I even got away with some, like you do, you're going to get lucky sometime. But from a stuff standpoint and just kind of the crispness and stuff, yeah, absolutely I do.
Bryce, you added a cutter, at least what reads as a cutter in the spring. You threw it 7 times tonight, and all of them were to left-handers. Kind of seemed like you were using it as a setup pitch. Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, I think last year the 4-seam had a lot of good action to it, and I was getting good results with it, and so I still plan on using that. But I think the cutter just kind of creates another plane. Everything's usually up and down for me, being a higher arm slot guy. So a little different plane moving into the lefties, and I will eventually throw it to righties probably pretty soon. I've been working on it, so I think it's just something moving into lefties away from righties that kind of changes what they're used to seeing.
Thanks, Bryce.
You're in Braves country.
Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA. Welcome in, girls and boys, guys and dolls, chicks and drakes. Atlanta Braves are getting set pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. The Athletics are wearing their road grays, Athletics across the chest in green, outlined in gold, green caps, yellow bill, and the white A, apostrophe S, representing Athletics baseball, which started in Philadelphia and has taken them all the way to Sacramento, California here in 2026. They'll be in Las Vegas. Supposedly by 2028, we got to see it to believe it. It wouldn't shock me if it gets pushed back a year or so, but that is what the rumor is, and I believe we can go ahead and pull we can pull the screen back. And I'll go ahead and get that off the front. The Braves are wearing their home whites. Braves across the chest, outlined in navy, in red, outlined in navy. Tomahawk the same, striped with gold. Blue ball caps. Jose Suarez comes set, and yes, sir! It is baseball time in Braves country, and the first pitch on the way is swung on and fouled straight back to Jacob Wilson. It's 0-1. Blue ball caps, red bill, white A representing the city of Atlanta. Left to right in the outfield for your Atlanta Braves tonight, it's Yastrzemski, Harris, and Acuna. And around the horn from third to first is the 0-1 pitch from Jose Suarez. Is kicked and gripped high and out of the zone. 1-1. We're going to restart the screen because it is zipping out. So give us a second. The 1-1 swing. Fouls it away. It's 1-2. So 1-2 count. Lefty-righty matchup. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, chops it. Over to short. Dubon's got it. Fires it to first, and it's a 6-3 putout. One away. And this thing is still zipping out, so hopefully it gets it together. Left to right in the outfield, it's Yaz, Harris, and Acuna. Around the horn, third to first, it's Riley, Dubon, Ozzie, and Olsen. Drake is behind the plate, and of course Suarez on the bump. First pitch on the way to Shea Langoliers is right down Main Street. For a strike, it's 0-1. 0-1. Suarez comes set, kicks and fires. Swing, fists it back, foul. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Suarez looking in. The 0-2 pitch. And swing and a miss, strike three upstairs. Got him. 2 down. So not 100% sure what's going on with it, but evidently they're having bug issues, so we'll wait for it to kick in. Until then, we'll just keep it rolling. We've got it on a few devices checking it. It's doing the same thing all over the place. Probably something that some newbie did something wrong in the Truist Park facility. The first pitch on the way to Kurtz is swung on and chopped foul. It's 0-1. Out of our control, so we won't worry about it. The 0-1 count. Kicks and fires, pitch in the dirt. And it's 1-1. 1-1. Suarez comes set, brings it, swing and a miss. Change up, pulled the string on that one. It's 1-2. One-two count. Suarez turns and fires, and the pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. And how do you like that? Jose Suarez, 1, 2, 3. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR Radio Network.
Not many people know this, but 26.2 miles is really the measure of how far away your husband will park from the spot you pointed out that was directly in front of the building.
Here's 10 things you didn't know about Ireland. 1. Ireland was once buried under miles of ice during the last ice age, and the landscape you see today was carved by glaciers. 2. Dublin started as a Viking slave trading port called Dyflin, not originally an Irish royal city. 3. Ancient Irish law once gave women rights most of Europe wouldn't see for centuries, including property rights and divorce rights. 4. Ireland was never conquered by the Roman Empire, making it one of the few places in Western Europe Rome never ruled. 5. The original color linked to Irish history was blue. Green became popular much later. 6. Halloween started in Ireland as the Celtic festival of Samhain, when people believed the spirit world and human world overlapped. 7. Some Irish surnames today are over 1,000 years old, meaning families still carry names from medieval times. 8. Irish monks helped preserve European learning during the Dark Ages, copying books that might have been lost forever. 9. Ireland has one of the oldest continuous storytelling traditions in Europe, passed down long before most of it was written. 10. The Irish language is one of the oldest living languages in Europe, older than English by thousands of years.
People be like, don't be burning bridges. I burn that motherfucker, me and you standing on it.
Lo and behold, the Dodgers signed Jackie Robinson. And instantaneously, most every person of color in the country becomes a Dodger fan.
One of Dad's lessons growing up was respecting the opposition. And, it didn't matter who you were playing. Jackie Robinson once told me that when he came to hit in a game, Dad said to him, "Thank you for your service to the country and welcome to professional baseball."
Join the country club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the country club today. Welcome back. 0-0 your score. Jose Suarez with a clean first inning. That's going to bring the right-handed Aaron Savale to the bump. He fires the first pitch into Ronald Acuna Jr. leading off for your Atlanta Braves. Pitch right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 drops the curve in. Just misses 1-1. So 1-1 count. Swing, pops it up high into very shallow center field. Drifting back, making the catch is Ibanez. One away. Left to right across the outfield at Soderstrom, Clark, and Butler. Around the horn, third to first is Muncy, Wilson, Ibanez, and Kurtz. Langler's behind the plate, and of course Savale is on the bump. Righty-lefty matchup is Drake Baldwin takes the first pitch right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Baldwin batting .267 on the year. Outside wide, 1-1. 1-1 count. Takes and fires. Check swing. Just misses. Ball 2-1. 2-1 count. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into right center field. Going back on the track. Get up, get up, get up. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a, ding-dong. A solo shot. And the Drake. Gotta love the Drake. It's 1-0.
Drake. I love the Drake. How could you not like the Drake? Who's the Drake? The Drake is good.
First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is swung on and popped up high and out of play. It's 0-1. One nothing your score. Drake Baldwin, his third home run of the year. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Right there below the knees. Just misses. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Olson batting .267 on the year. That takes Drake over 300 for the season, batting .313 now is the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Up inside. It's 1-2. 1-2. Turns and fires. High and out of the zone, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. I think I might have a solution for this. We'll have to wait till the next inning. The 2-2 pitch, high and out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-2. So full count to Olson. kicks and fires. Swing, chops it down the left field line, third base side, and it's going to be a slow rolling single into left field. That's how you beat the shift, and Matt Olson is on, one out.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
First pitch on the way is right there to Austin Riley. It's in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1. Brings it, swing, pops it up, high, deep into center field. And making the catch out there is Clark. F8 in your scorecard. Riley gave it a ride, but deepest part of the park in front of the 400 sign. We'll say that went about 390. Braves 1, A's nothing. First pitch swinging by the Yaz. He'll pop that up, lazy fly ball, into center field, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Drake put one on the board. It's 1-0 good, guys. We go to the top of the second.
I love the Drake.
How
could you not like the Drake? Who's the Drake? The Drake is good.
Man, I swear y'all are forever on this whack-ass comparison that can't even happen. I'm gonna go on and say it. I've been holding this in. I ain't even said this on the channel. Y'all suck at basketball. Y'all can't play no basketball. Y'all can't even dribble right. You know, you say you're more skilled, but one of the things that's skilled in basketball is being able to take 2 steps and go up. Y'all can't even do that no more. They relax the rules so much, I don't even think y'all can take 2 steps and lay it up. That's one of the foundations of basketball, and you don't even do it. Cannot touch one of you. So you're unimpeded to the goal the whole time. Like, if you were playing, like, which refs are you bringing to this matchup that could never happen in your head to make excuses for LeBron? Which refs? Are you bringing 90s refs or are you bringing the new refs? Because if we bring in the 90s refs, your ass ain't even going to be able to take a shot because they're going to whistle your ass every time you touch the ball. Get the out of here.
Both Mel and Red had significant chapters of their broadcasting careers after they were essentially done in the booth as play-by-play men. In the case of Red, it was those visits on Friday with Bob Edwards on NPR's Morning Edition, which introduced Red Barber to a whole new audience and charmed that audience.
Yeah, a whole new generation of fans who maybe never heard Red Barber or Mel Allen call baseball games. But Red, as you mentioned, had a good 11 or 12-year run with those weekly commentaries. And for Mel, it began because baseball really wanted a response to what the NFL had. NFL Films came out with This Week in Pro Football, highlight show, and baseball needed one, and in 1977 they began to put one together, and they reached out to Mel Allen. A lot of people weren't familiar with Mel Allen in terms of the younger generation. And how did he open the first show? Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen.
It was a bigger deal than you might imagine today. Back in the 70s, 80s, early 90s, This Week in Baseball was it. This Week in Baseball gave you all the important highlights, but always with a twinkle in the eye and with a light touch.
Welcome back. Welcome in. Your home for the classic call. First pitch on the way, swinging, and that ball's going to get smoked up the middle by Rooker. And the Athletics have the leadoff runner here to start the second. I believe we got it fixed. I've got a backup running too, so they definitely hit the wrong button there in Atlanta. I can just tell you, someone's getting reamed, or at least they should be. If they're not, that's probably the problem. Lefty-lefty matchup, inside for a ball. Pitch to Soderstrom, misses. It's 1-0. Tyler Soderstrom, 25 home runs last year. The 1-0 swing, rips it over to first. Olson's got it. He'll fire it to second base. It's going to be a 3-6, back to 3. Good relay by Olson and Dubon, and a rally-killing double play. That ball was smoked over there, backhanded, like a goalie in overtime at the pipes, and Olsen comes through, and Dubon just relayed it back in time. First pitch on the way to Muncie is high and out of the zone for a ball. It's 1-0. That's one of those plays that gets overlooked later in the game. No one will be paying attention to it, but the Braves go on to win a close game here. That ball gets by a lot of first basemen. The 1-0 pitch is high and out of the zone. It's 1-1. Remember, he had that Matt Olson had the gaff the other night that cost us the 1-1 pitch. Down below the knees. Ball 2-2-1. But errors, that's just a part of the game. You just want to make sure that the guys who are out there don't do it a whole bunch. And Olsen has always been one of the best. The 2-1 pitch misses. Ball 3-1. The 3-1 count. They presented the Gold Gloves to Olsen and Dubon today on the field as the 3-1 pitch. In the dirt, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. That'll bring Ibanez to the plate. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Athletics. 1 run, 2 hits, a home run by Drake Baldwin if you're just joining us, and no errors for Atlanta. Lefty-righty matchup. Ibanez digging in, first pitch swinging, and he'll foul it back. It's on 1. He came in for pinch hitting duties last night for McNeil, so it looks like they're in a true platoon. The 0-1. Suarez with the quick move over there to first. Man, that was close. He kind of just winded up really slowly. And then fired the ball down there. Are they going to call that a balk? Yeah. That's why it was such a good move. That was a balk. So he'll head down to second base. Looking at it again, his foot definitely crossed the rubber. The 0-1 pitch, swing, fouls it back. It's 0-2. I was about to say that's one of the best pickoff moves I've seen in a while, but now I see the replay, I find out why. This is illegal. So an 0-2 count. Runner at second, 2 outs. Braves lead by 1. Suarez looks back the runner, the pitch, swing. That ball's raked into left field, and that is down for a base hit. And that should score the run hit well, and it's a tie ball game, 1-1. Good piece of hitting there by Ibanez. Hard hit ball. That ball just got way too much of the plate, especially on a 2-strike count. You can't lay it out there, but I mean, we know what this is with Suarez. We're going to have to score runs because you can't expect a guy who's a journeyman at best in his career to all of a sudden go out there and pitch a gem against a pretty good Athletics offense. First pitch on the way is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Now the good news is we're going up against Savali, and he is at the back end of his career. He was at one point a pretty decent right-handed starter, and we ought to be able to get to him tonight. 1-0. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 2-0. It's always a good indication if you're ever curious, are these pitchers any good or not? You go look up the numbers from out in the desert, the Vegas lines, right? If it is 2 really good starting pitchers, the 2-0 pitch just misses. Ball 3-0. So a 3-0 count to Butler. Standing on deck is Clark. If it's a really good pitching matchup, typically the over-under in Major League Baseball is 7.5 runs. The 3-0 from Suarez, kicks and fires, down and away, ball 4. So after giving up that run, Suarez seems a little rattled. He fires in a 4-pitch walk, and now he puts a man in a scoring position. And that is a good way to find yourself packing towards Gwinnett. 2 on, 2 out. Baldwin's going out there, and Hefner's going out there. But if you're looking at as they have the quick mound visit, you're talking about 7.5 on a good pitching matchup. If it's two aces, usually 6.5. It's 7.5 on a good pitching matchup. This is regular season. If it's a so-so pitching matchup or a good pitcher against a back end guy, you're talking 8.5. Tonight was 9.5. So that tells you they don't have faith in either one of them. Lefty-righty matchup. Clark, the batter, the first pitch on the way. Swing, chops it off his instep. It's 0-1. And for those who don't follow it, don't know what that means, what it means is they expect the final total of the runs to be somewhere around the 9 or 10 run mark between both teams. The 0-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup he needs. It's 0-2. Got to get Clark here because you got the top of the order looming on deck. Wilson, Langeliers, Kurtz, Rooker, Soderstrom. That'll be the second time them seeing Suarez, and he's not bound to lock them up like he did the first time around. The 0-2 count. Suarez looks back and brings it. High and out of the zone. It's 1-2. Try to even this up a little bit, not stay so far in front of it. We were just happy to finally get the thing working. We were quite a bit in front, so we'll try to load it up now. The 1-2 from Suarez, kicks and fires, and that pitch is down and in. Ball 2, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Braves 1, A's 1. The 2-2 pitch. High and out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-2. Deuce is wild here. Top of the second inning. 2 on, 2 out. 2 strikes on the batter. And the runner's going to be off to the races. And he's been playing with his food here these last couple at bats. And now everybody's going to be moving. Big pitch here for Suarez. He'll kick and deal. And the pitch is on the way. And it is down and in. Ball 4. So Suarez now has loaded the bases, and the top of the order is due up for the Athletics. Not what you want. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch swing. That ball smoked right down his throat. It's going to get down into the corner and bounces. I believe that is a fair ball, but it did bounce out of play. So it's going to be a 2-run double. And Suarez is absolutely unraveling here. 3-1 your score. I mean, he's just laying it down Main Street. And if you're going to do it to somebody, you can't do it to the top of this order. And now you wonder if Anthopoulos is now finally getting on the phone and calling Lucas Giolito. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Braves trail by 2. First pitch on the way to Langeliers is right there on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. He missed the spot he was aiming for, but got the call. That ball barely hit the line too, by the way. But it was absolutely drilled. The 0-1 brings it, swing, fouls it straight back. It's 0-2. He's got a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, but the problem with him is his stuff doesn't move like a lot of starters. And when you see him a second time through, a third time through, that's going to be a problem, especially for the top-tier hitters. And the A's have a bunch of them. The 0-2 count. This is high, 1-2. And he's been doing this thing in this inning where he gets 2 strikes and he starts nibbling. So he's run his pitch count up to 36. You do wonder if Martin Perez might be warmed up very shortly as the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and thankfully got out of that one. Langoliers absolutely bailed us out. We'll head to the bottom of the second, trailing 3-1. It could have been worse, but it could have been a lot better.
AI is going to take our jobs. I'd like to see AI drink 17 beers in one sitting and get kicked out of Applebee's at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday. There's just some things that only the human body is capable of achieving.
I was led to believe that adulthood would be a lot more having brunches and sipping cocktails and a lot less, like everything sucking.
Philadelphia Phillies, I'm not making this up, just signed an 11-year-old baseball player in Venezuela for $1.8 million. Stupid. He's in 5th grade. Right. How good could he be?
Yo, my nephew turned 3 next month, but since money ain't right, we ain't gonna tell him nothing.
I see a whole bunch of people got these electric bikes for Christmas. A whole bunch of people got electric bikes that should have got regular bikes. Y'all need to just be using your regular legs to get to your regular places. And any of you people that got children that are within a 5-mile radius to go to school, just get them regular bikes. Y'all done made Timu rich buying all these electric bikes when y'all need to be walking and get regular 10-speed, 5-speed bikes like old school. Manual, not automatic.
Yogi here, to me, is just as fine a clutch hitter as I've ever seen in the game today of baseball. It does a tremendous job.
There's no Jackie without the acceptance of Yogi Berra, Ted Williams, and Pee Wee Reese, the amazing supporting cast who didn't say no.
Game 1 of the 1955 World Series brings Yogi and Jackie together in one of the most iconic moments in the history of the game. They were behind, and Jackie felt that they needed to spark this team in the most daring play in baseball, the steal of home.
Whitey Ford, the Yankee pitcher, ignores him.
Robinson dashes to the plate. Myra Summers calls him safe.
Yankee catcher Yogi Berra roars in protest, but Jackie Robinson has stolen home the most exciting moment in World Series history.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies as we start at the bottom of the second. Braves trail 3-1. And it's in there for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup, the 1-0. Fires it back to the backstop. It's 1-1. So 1-1 count. Kicks and fires, swing, chops it down the first base line. It's 1-2. Thank you for the donation there, Uncle Charlie. Happy birthday, PETA. That's why I was asking you if you were in the chat earlier, but when you said no, I thought maybe you were just out doing your thing. And fair enough. 1-2 count. High and inside. They checked down the line. He definitely did not go. It's 2-2. Two count. Brings it. Swing. Rolls it gently over to second base area. It'll be a 4-3 putout, and Ozzie's down. 1 away. Kind of chased one there on the outer edge, but with 2 strikes, you almost had to. That was too close for him to take that one. Michael Harris II will be the batter. First pitch on the way is out there on the outer edge, misses for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Here's digging in. Swing. Fouls it back. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. You got time to squeeze this one in? The 1-1. kicks and fires. Swing in the dirt. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. Happy birthday, Peter. Hope you're enjoying your birthday wherever you're at. I didn't know if you might be out to dinner or something. That's why I was asking in the chat. 1-2 count. High and inside.
Braves win! Braves win! Braves win! Happy birthday!
2-2 pitch is swung, and that ball's going to get chopped over to first. Kurtz will step on the bag. Harris hustling all the way, but he'll be an easy out. And there's 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Foley throws the first pitch to Dominic Smith. High and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Smith with the big grand slam the other night. The 1-0. Just misses up top 2-0. Peter's asking who's in the bullpen. I mean, essentially, if we got to go early, it's probably going to be Martin Perez. That's why Didier Fuentes was optioned. I thought Perez actually might get the start as the 2-0. Right there, top of the zone. 2-1. The guy they should have signed that I've talked about for 3 off seasons now, Jose Quintana, he could go out and throw a game for you. He can keep the score low. The 2-1. Swing. Hits it hard over to right side, but Ibanez is there. He'll 4-3 it, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down in order, 1-2-3. We go to the top of 3, and the A's lead it 3-1.
Magic Mike grossed $167 million. If you still think girls like dad bods, I think again.
Just so we're clear, Shrek grossed $484 million.
This is a question for the ladies. What takes y'all so long to come outside? You can text a woman, I'm outside, 20 minutes before you leave the crib. And when you get out there and tell her you outside, it'll still take her 10 minutes to come outside. I think the new meta is just tell them that you outside the second you open your eyes in the morning.
Being called by your name in a relationship kind of sounds like they want a divorce. And if we're beefing, have some emotional maturity and let me know that we're beefing. But don't be calling me nothing up in there. Because what's my name? Babe.
I remember, bro, when I thought I had my first pair of Jordans, they looked just like some 11s, bro. They was gray and white. They look real nice. But then you know you got that's the shoe collector. He the expert. He want to know, hey, bro, why your jump man got 2 basketballs? Who would even know? Like, people would have let that go if you wouldn't have. Why you gotta say it in front of people? You could have wrote me a letter, nigga.
Yeah, I think I broadcast that. I did. And, yeah, I can see Yogi jumping up in the air. You know, I thought he had him. I thought that Jackie was out. Yogi thought he was out. But the umpire thought he was safe. And that's really all that counts, you know.
Well, it looked like he was out to me, but they called him safe. And Yogi was, that's the only time I saw Yogi kind of went off. He was all over that umpire.
Well, I mean, he was safe, right? I mean, they called him safe. You can't change it. There's no replay back then. No matter how you look at it, he was safe.
I asked him once, I said, why didn't he throw you out when you were just screaming, the veins are popping, and you're yelling and yelling? And Yogi said he knew I was right.
Just so you know, somewhere right now there's a grown man taking his pickles and onions off his hands, but out here in the streets just eating all day long.
Welcome back. Do want to give a shout out. I don't know if he's in here tonight, but William Davis. The 0-1 pitch is right there at the knees to Nick Kurtz. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Lefty, the pitch. Caught him looking, strike 3 right there on the outer edge, and there's one away. See if he can calm down now after a terrible second inning. Brent Rooker, the batter. First pitch on the way is right there on the outer edge. For a strike, it's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. You 1. Inside 1-1. William Davis, Cash Aptus, I believe it was last night. We just want to make sure that we get that shot. I don't see it during the broadcast. I only get the notification afterwards. The 1-1 swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. Kicks and fires high and out of the zone. 2. The 2-2 pitch to Rooker. Swing and a miss. Change up. Pulled the string on that one, and there's 2 away. Unless they change it tomorrow, we've got Chris Sale on the mound tomorrow morning. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way to Soderstrom is popped up, back foul, out of play. It's 0-1. Kicks and fires, down and away. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Brings it, swing and a miss. Slider 1-2. Braves 1, A's 3, top of the third inning. The 1-2 pitch. Suarez comes set, turns and delivers. Just outside, trying to chase that slider. The 2-2. Suarez, this will be his 50th pitch of the night. The pitch, swing! That ball is blasted down the right field line, but foul. We'll do it again. The 2-2. Swing, pops it up, got out in front of that one. Soderstrom will put a can of corn over towards Ozzie Albies. He'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So a good 1-2-3 inning to settle back down for Suarez. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the third we go.
I know there's a lot of division in this country right now, but at least I know deep down that we all collectively look at a Cybertruck and think, wow, what an ugly piece of shit on wheels.
What do you think of this place? This is the worst track I ever been to. The rats about launched me to the moon in turn 2, and the Amish sons of running this dump of corrupt pieces of shit. They charged my old lady $3 for a corn dog. I thought this was America.
Please don't invite me out with you if you're a person that like to speak with the manager over some. Okay, you didn't like the food. Why did you order something with red sauce knowing that you suffer from acid reflux? You were supposed to have something with white sauce anyways. And then you talking about, oh, the food ain't seasoned. Girl, you should have packed some Slap Your Mom if you need that much seasoning in your food. Get some Parmesan and hush.
Some of y'all women, man, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be with these that be whooping y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll whoop y'all ass and then y'all go back. Like, what you see in that a rematch?
The correct number of tacos is 3. Like, when you're at a restaurant and they bring you 2, the number is supposed to be 3.
He let it go on the field,
but certainly didn't let it go elsewhere for the rest of his life.
Till the day he died, he knew Jackie was out. He knew Jackie was out, and he got volatile.
He's out. Just ask Yogi, right? I mean, he told that story year after year, and you could get him going with it, right?
Yogi, Jackie Robinson's still out. No, what do you mean he was out? All right, let's roll it, guys. They want to see it.
No way.
Look at that, look at that. Look at that.
Your glove is up in the air.
Your glove is up here.
Look at him.
Oh my God, don't forget about that. Now, when you want to get Yogi upset, Yogi, I think he was safe.
And one thing about it, if you play some Uno with some black folks, sure, trust and believe, you're going to hear some rules that you never heard before, I swear to God.
Welcome back. Braves trail 3-1. We go to the bottom of the third, and the first pitch from Savali to Mauricio Dubon is chopped towards the third base dugout. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Savali, his 32nd pitch of the night. Kicks and fires. Fouls it back. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Trying to even it up again. Every time we get it evened up, the 3D starts spinning out again. The 0-2 pitch. Upstairs. Misses high. So it's 1-2. 1-2 count. Savali kicks and fires, and that one's going to paint the corner, top of the strike zone, strike 3, and there's one away. That'll take us back to the top of the order. Ronald Acuna Jr. coming to the plate. First pitch on the way to Acuna is upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1 turns and fires, and check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 1-1. The 1-1 count. Acuna digging in the slider. Puts a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Same two teams tomorrow. It's a 12:15 getaway day. The pitch is upstairs. Little chin music. And it's 2-2. The 2-2. Savali turns and delivers. Down and away, full count. So a full count now. Braves trail by 2. Trying to get back in it. Just one out here in the third inning. Standing on deck is the Drake, who went yard his first time up. The payoff pitch from Savali, he turns and fires, and it's a swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. Acuna is just not hitting well coming out of the gates. We got to do something to get him going. Long road trip coming up for the Braves. Drake Baldwin stands in. The home run his last time up. First pitch is high and out of the zone. For a ball to the Drake, it's 1-0. Savali at 41 pitches. 1-0. Turns and fires. Ball 2, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Three to 1 your score. Olsen stands on deck. The 2-0 pitch. That pitch misses high. Is he going to challenge that? He's not. He should have challenged that one. That one was 2-3 inches high out of the zone, but the count is 2-1. The 2-1 pitch smacks the outer edge, and now you're at 2-2. That's why you got it when it's obvious. You got to be more aggressive and call that, because big difference between 2-1 and 3-0. The 2-2 from Savali, turns and fires. That pitch is inside. Ball 3-2. Full count. Swing. Fouls back. We'll do it again. Pittsburgh 6-1 over Cincinnati tonight. That game is in the 6th. Philly leads Washington 3-0 in the 6th inning. Mets are just getting underway. The payoff pitch just misses high, ball 4. So it worked out in the end as the Drake works himself aboard.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
A's are going to lose that challenge. That challenge is as bad as us not challenging it on 2-0. We'll take it, though. The infield will be back into the right as Matt Olson, who's 1 for 1 with the single down the left field line, takes the first pitch high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. He kind of just punched it down the third base line. They were playing on the overshift. It's kind of an excuse me swing that stayed fair. If teams keep doing that to him and he can do it, he should continue to punch it down there. The 1-0 right there on the outer edge. It's 1-1. If you continue to do that, you're going to do one of two things. Either A, going to make them pitch you inside as the 1-1 pitch right there. At the knees, it's 1-2. Or you're going to force them to play you honestly. And either way, it's a win for Olsen. So a 1-2 to Olsen, one swing. We tie this sucker. The 1-2. Savali comes set. Swing. Fouls it away. We'll do it again. Good to see you, Raymond. JC in the house. The 1-2 pitch just misses outside. 2-2. The 2-2 count. Swing. Smacks that cutter back out of play. We'll do it one more time. Tree Nugs sneaking in here. Good to see you, Tree. JC, the Junior Chamber of Commerce. Good to see you, buddy. The 2-2. Swing pops it up. And is that going to stay in play? Langeliers gives chase over by the dugout, and it will bend back. We'll say 10 to 12 rows, maybe a little further, as a couple of, well, one kid and one oversized kid battle for the ball. The full adult gets it. The kid he beat out wasn't quite young enough where he's going to get the boos, but you're still going to get the side eye. 1 on, 2 outs. 2-2 count. The pitch on the way. Swing. Slices it foul. So if nothing else, Olsen's making him really work here. This is 55 pitches for Savali. If you remember, when this inning started, he was at 30, 31. The 2-2. Savali comes set. Swing, chopper, back up the middle. That should be a tough play, but they'll get it. With Olson's speed, it's going to be a 6-3 put-out, plenty of time for Wilson. But they ran the pitch count up, so that's not nothing. We'll be back in a flash. 3-1 your score going to the fourth.
Ooh, I want carrot cake.
You told me not to let you.
Oh my gosh, I can have some today. It's fine.
Okay.
No! You're supposed to say no!
What's the worst sports movie you've seen?
All right, this is a bit of a cop-out answer because I don't think it's the worst, but I'm going to say Draft Day just because the trades on draft night were just so unrealistic.
Probably going to get a lot of flack for it, but I think it's Rudy.
Remember the Titans. It takes way too many liberties with the actual story of what happened, and once you know like what really happened, it kind of ruins the entire spectacle of the movie for you.
I would say the worst sports movie is He Got Game because Ray Allen is a terrible actor.
Not even a question. It's the Love Guru.
That's got to be Bad News Bears go to Japan. At that point, you're killing a good thing.
$150 million budget and a 25% Rotten Tomatoes. It's gonna be Space Jam 2.
Rocky 5 easily. It doesn't even end in a boxing match. It ends in a street fight.
Worst sports movie I ever saw was Caddyshack 2. Caddyshack 1, classic, great actors. Part 2, it's just terrible, just flopped.
Jackie was out. He was out. He was out. That's not a question about it. He was out.
That collision at home plate became part of the national conversation because both men had become cultural icons who represented something much larger than baseball.
It's a perfect strike. The ump was right.
I don't like sarcasm, Barra. You're out of the game, too.
You can't do that!
And he becomes this just funny little dude who comes into the national consciousness in another way.
Do you ever hit home runs?
If there's a problem about Yogi, it's perception. Mano was Elvis in pinstripes, and Yogi was Sancho Panza. I mean, he was this squat little guy. I think it's quite evident that his personality overshadowed his talent as a ball player.
This image of Yogi as a lovable mascot, like some sort of cartoon character, continued to grow until they decided to just turn him into an actual cartoon character.
Oh, I don't think it was a coincidence at all.
Welcome back. We've got a 3-1 ball game. Athletics have taken the early lead as we head to the top of the fourth. First pitch on the way is swung on, and Muncie's going to get himself extra bases. It's going to be a leadoff double for Muncie as another ball just smacked down the left field line. 3-1 Athletics. Lefty-righty matchup now as Muncie at second. Banya stands in. He had a base hit his last time up. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss is a slider down and away. That's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, hits it up the middle, and that's going to get a note through out to the left field. Muncie will easily come around to score, and it's a 4-1 game. RBI single by Ibanez. And I can't argue with Ibanez's emotion over there. He's putting his hand in front of his face like Juarez stinks, and he does stink tonight. Lefty-lefty matchup. Butler takes the first pitch, four-seam fastball down and away. It's 1-0. He has been absolutely clubbed by the bottom of the order, by the way. That's the weirdest part about this. 1-0 right there. Just misses. Ball 2-2. For you country club members, we changed the Pookie emoji to a birthday girl emoji. So if you want to wish Pete a happy birthday tonight, And just smack that emoji. The 2-0 swing, chops it down the right field line, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch, just below the knees. Ball 3-1. Suarez is at 58 pitches. The biggest question you have here, because he has not been effective, is how long are they going to let this go? Because the game is far from out of reach. The 3-1 swing, rolls it over to second. Ozzy's got it, flips it to second base. He'll get the lead runner for the first out of the inning. And Butler will reach on a fielder's choice, so he'll stand at first with good speed. Lefty-righty matchup now is Clark, the batter. First pitch swinging, smokes it down the third base line, in and out of the glove of Riley, but just foul, thankfully. It's 0-1. Hard hit ball by Clark. If that ball's fair, he's probably safe no matter what, even if Riley doesn't boot it, because Clark has got demon-type speed. That's a long throw to throw him out. The 0-1 count. Flips it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. A's 4, Braves 1. Top of the fourth. Suarez throws the changeup, and that misses. 1-1. One count. Turns and fires inside. The 2-1 pitch. Way outside wide. Ball 3-1. The 3-1 is chopped down the third base line as Suarez. Love a double play here, but that's not realistic with the speed that's at first and at the plate. You've got the top of the order due up. Suarez comes set, his 65th pitch of the night. Turns and fires. Swing! Fouls it away. And we'll do it again. .65 pitches in, and the infield is back and to the right. The payoff pitch. Just got him strike 3. 2 down. Clark didn't like it. It's a close pitch. He does not challenge it. Have to see the replay on the pitch comm to see where it hit. It's an extremely close pitch. Doesn't matter now because he didn't do it, and Weiss is going to come out and get him. So that's it. Looks like we got a right-hander warming up. That's Joel Payamps. So we'll be back in a flash. Suarez, not so great tonight. Braves trail 4-1, but a long way to go in this one.
You know what my worst fear is, man? Like, just imagine your playing dead and like the killer say some funny shit.
Okay, so let me get this right. So it's not a problem when Nikki is over there talking about her pink and her booty stank and whatever. But it's a problem. It's a problem when she says America first. So it's not a problem when you're a 3-year-old and you're a 4-year-old running around twerking and memorizing her lyrics that are disgusting. But when she starts talking about the place that you live, the place that you're from, putting that first, now it's, oh my God, she's a traitor. Your mama is a traitor. Your daddy is a traitor. Because these people obviously did not raise you properly.
There are 2 tactics that, if pulled out in a fight, I think you should run for your life. If somebody do these moves, they ain't right in the head and they need to be evaluated. Number 1 is the drop kick. That is a move of pure anger. Like, you got to be furious to pull that out your bag. For you to throw your body in the air and throw your feet forward to hurt somebody is crazy. You willingly putting your shoulder at risk, because when you kick them, you know you're not landing on your feet. You landing square on your shoulder and disconnecting your shoulder from your collarbone. Number 2 is the headbutt. A human being using their head to hit you is out of this world. Like, are you a ram? What's going on? In most situations, the head is what you're supposed to protect, but you using your head as a weapon.
Well, when they made the Yogi Bear, they actually tried to get a civil suit against him. Unfortunately, the judge ruled that Yogi was not his real name. He never trademarked his name.
I don't think Yogi liked it too much. I'm not a cartoon. Made me a cartoon.
You can't be funny and serious. And you just like you can't think and hit at the same time. That's true.
Join the country club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the country club today. Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Joel Piamps is right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. Jacob Wilson, this is the 3rd time through the lineup too, so that's got a lot to do with why he went and got as far as that, and the fact that he's just not been good tonight. Is the 0-1 pitch. Swing chops it over to Olsen. He'll step on the pillow, and that'll end the inning. So Joel Piamps comes in and puts out the fire. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's a 3-run game. Braves turn to swing the bats when we return.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you don't have to reuse that container. You can throw it away.
Blue-collar men will look you dead in the face and say they're totally fine while their knee hasn't worked correctly since 2014 and they haven't had a full night's sleep in years. They don't measure pain on a scale of 1 to 10. They measure pain on a scale of, can I still go to work? If the answer is yes, then medically they're invincible. Something in their body stops working. They're like, okay, well, I guess this is a part of me now. And they're always like, it could be worse. The phrase could be worse is blue-collar Prozac. And blue-collar men do not sleep. They black out briefly. Neglect with a side of confidence. Limping, half asleep, held together by duct tape, ibuprofen, and pure spite. And when you ask them how they're doing, the answer is always fine. Not good, not great, it's just fine. Which in blue-collar language means everything hurts, I'm exhausted, and I will not be talking about it.
He had grown up a bad boy, and he didn't want any of us to go through what he went through. And he used to lecture us along those lines. Do what your mother tells you to do, and do what your father tells you to do. And he'd hear a kid swearing, and he'd yell at him, damn it, stop that swearing over there.
He had trouble managing a family, didn't seem to much give a damn about that. He was a paradox.
Ruth had become a major leaguer at 19. Just months after he joined the Red Sox, Babe married his first wife, Helen, herself a babe, barely 16. It was typically impulsive, and Ruth quickly tired of the commitment. Even after adopting a child, rumor had him fathering by way of a maid, the Babe abandoned his family, apparently uncaring of his actions.
I like parking outside of wealthy neighborhoods. I call it manifesting. Also, if one of them leaves their door unlocked, I'm going to rob them.
Welcome back. First pitch to start off the bottom of the 4th inning. Austin Riley takes the curve there from Aaron Savali. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Fouls off the sinker that goes in on his hands into the crowd over the first base side, past the dugout. 3rd row, it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Brings it. Misses high. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing! Fouls it away. We'll do it again. The 1-2 outside wide. 2-2. The 2-2 count. And Savali kicks and fires a curveball into the dirt. So full count now to Riley to get things going. The payoff pitch. Swing. Hits it over towards short. That's going to be a 6-3 put out. 1 down. One up, 1 down. Mike Yastrzemski coming on. First pitch is a cutter to Yastrzemski. He's just off the plate wide. It's in the first. The 1-0. Swing, splitter, just out in front. 1-1 count. 4-1 your score. Braves trail. Bottom of the 4th. The pitch. Swing. Fists it back foul. It's 1-2. Mets and Cardinals are underway. 0-0 in the top of the 3rd. The 1-2. Swing and rolls that over to first, and that's going to be a G3, so there's quickly 2 down. Savali 67 pitches in. Braves are making him look like a Cy Young Award candidate. Struggled in the spring. Now set to face Ozzie Albies. This is the second time through the order for the Braves. First pitch to Ozzie, swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Who wants it? Clark calling everybody off. F8 your scorecard in a quiet 4th inning. It sends us to the 5th. We're trailing 3-1 here on the BCR.
War's over, man. Drop the big one.
Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. And it ain't over now. Who's with me? Let's go!
I don't have to tell you things are bad. It's depression. Everybody's scared. Punks are running wild in the street. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. I want you to get mad.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live.
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. But you're gonna let it be the worst.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
Wretched slugs. Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
I'm your huckleberry.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Say wham.
You gotta say, damn it, my life has value.
And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
Intruder.
Yes, you're an intruder. I was having a perfectly nice trip until you walked into my life.
Hey! I'm just lying around.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Right. Psychotic, but absolutely right. We gotta take these bastards.
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
Are they yelling in Atlanta? Fire us mad as hell! They're yelling in Atlanta.
Son of a we struck the mother load!
I'm mad as hell! I'm not gonna take it anymore!
And this crowd's back into it now.
I didn't think you had it in you.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave. Play for blood, remember?
Like I missed something.
Yeah, we're all officially kicked out of school.
That makes sense.
First pitch. Shea Langoliers kicks in for a strike. It's 0-1. Piamps back at it. The 0-1 high and inside. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. A's 4, Braves 1, top of the fifth. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, blast that one deep. If it's fair, it's gone. She is over the wall and fair. And it's a solo shot for Langoliers. Shea Langoliers hits his 4th home run of the year, and it's 5-1 A's. Mercy, did he smoke that pitch? That was a hanger. That was a cement mixer. That was a curve that didn't curve. It curved into the cheap seats. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch sweeper down and into Nick Kurtz. It's 1-0. 1-0. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. The pitch. Four-seam fastball misses high. Ball 2-1. You're just trying to get Kurtz to spell this 5th inning to just kind of see where we're at heading into the 6th. Is the 2-1. Swing. Bangs it right back behind him. Kind of smacks off the plate and rolls foul. 2-2. Kurtz the number 3 hitter, so you got 3, 4, 5 due up after that solo shot by the number 2 hitter, the ex-Atlanta Brave, Shea Langoliers. The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the 95, and it's 1 away. I do believe there is I know his first couple outings have not been that impressive for Piamps, but you look at his stuff, he's got pretty good stuff. That home run was definitely a hanging curve, and you'd like to see him clean some of these things up. And he's battled some injuries the last couple of years, so he's just starting to get to where he can throw on the regular basis. As the sweeper starts us off, and it's a swing and a miss by Rooker. It's 0-1. I'm not under any kind of delusion thinking he's our eighth inning option down the road, but I'm talking about a guy that can spell these kinds of outings. The 0-1 swing, chops and foul. It's 0-2. Basically, if you remember Colin McHugh's from a few years ago, a guy that could fill that kind of role but has much better velocity. The 0-2 count. Piamps, his 13th pitch of the night. Check swing. You go around. They check down the first base line. He did not. 1-2. First base umpire Livensparger says no dice. Tomorrow, 12:15 first pitch. We're going to come on the air about 11:15 to get you going. Is the 1-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the sweeper, and there's 2 away. Good pitch there by Piamps. Impressive bender. That's what he was going for with Langoliers, and it just hung up on him. It looks like Weiss, man, he's really being aggressive. I'll tell you what, I like this. I like this, man. Weiss doesn't give up. We saw for the last several years, well, you know what we saw. We saw, well, it's 5-1. We'll just let that guy twist in the wind for a while. Looks like we're going to get Martin Perez for an inning or two. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR Radio Network. Atlanta trails 5-1.
Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Mac McGee.
And we're on the same team.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
And we need more players. We need you to help us win the battle against hunger and poverty. You can sponsor
Braves Country Radio.
Teamwork is what
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
it is all about. And that's why we need you. For just $15 a month,
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
you can sponsor a child just like
Braves Country Radio.
I've been able to really help,
Braves Country Radio.
and it feels so good. It's so easy. Just reach out now and start sending your love around the world.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
Join our team. We really can bat 1,000.
Mac McGee.
Who's waiting for help? There's room on our team for you.
Welcome back. Lung, unless you're talking about something else, Chris Sale was not scratched. He was not scheduled for today. Remember, he pitched on Friday, opening day. So his normal turn in the rotation is going to be tomorrow. And unless they've... I checked during the break. I didn't see anything different. So they've... as far as I know, he's still going to pitch tomorrow. Lefty-lefty matchup. Martin Perez, first pitch, blasted deep into right field. Good night, Irene. Thankfully, that went foul. Good Lord. It's 0-1. If you're sitting out there, you need to duck or get ready to catch one. That ball was lifted. The 0-1 from Perez. Swing and a miss. Change up. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Brings it. Swing, bangs it foul. Do it again. Yeah, this is kind of refreshing, even though they're losing 5-1 is the 0-2 pitch. Caught, looking strike three. Punch him out on the outer track, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves keep it to a 4-run lead. Let's get some runs, Braves country! We trail by a couple of bloops and a couple of blasts.
Morning, y'all. I'm so tired of y'all asking me how you get paid off Soda Misha. Shit, you got to get up every day and post on Soda Misha. That's exactly what.
Man, on my mama, boy, I'm not finna argue with nobody born in February with that unfinished month.
Did you know that the most expensive casket in history was made of 240 pounds of solid gold? At today's prices, that's around a $7 million casket. And that was just the tip of the treasure iceberg found in King Tut's tomb on February 16th, 1923. After years of digging in the Valley of Kings, he officially opened the tomb of Tutankhamun. He documented over 5,000 artifacts, solid gold funerary masks, golden chariots, jeweled daggers. One was made from meteorite iron, and at the center of this was a nested coffin with that 240-pound casket in the middle out of solid gold, containing Tut's remains. And every piece of that treasure remains with Egypt to this day.
Yogi was dealt a very difficult hand, and remember, he was a manager, but he was managing guys who I think it was still, hey, Yog. Hey, Yog. I think it was a problem for a lot of people in the media who thought there should be some kind of chain of command that you had to adhere to. And with him, it was like, hey, we're all in the dugout. We're all pulling from the same end of the rope. And I think that the media looked at Yogi as this guy's not smart enough to be a manager because he doesn't look the part.
You've been saying all along, Yogi, that the Yankees are going to finish in first place. Do you still feel that way?
Oh, I think so. I think they got to catch us.
Yogi, you seem, as I recall, I don't think you've been waved out of any games by any umpires. Are you going to get along with all the umps?
I'll just let it ride right now.
You're going to get a little tougher, huh?
Well, I don't know about a little tougher. I'm going to put your 2 cents for it then.
Pull up a chair and grab a cold. Your home for the classic call, Radio Baseball. Welcome back. Atlanta Braves trail this one 5-1. First pitch on the way to Michael Harris II is high and out of the zone. For a ball, it's 1-0. So to clear that up with Sale, he's been scheduled to pitch Wednesday since opening day. I still wouldn't be shocked as the 1-0 down below the knees. 2-0. If they were to push him back a day because they've pulled that card several times in the last several years, where they'll say it's, is the 2-0 swing and a miss, cutter high and out of the zone, it's 2-1. Where they'll tell you all week long that it's going to be Wednesday, and then Tuesday night after the game they say, you know what, we're going to go ahead and bring someone up or whatever, and we're going to push him back a day. But it looks like that's not going to be the case this time. It's the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 2-2. And I always felt like we were playing with our food when we did that, because it was almost like we were assuming we didn't need as many wins as possible. And I understood wanting to get extra rest, but sometimes, you sign a guy to the 2-2, swing and a miss. Michael Harris down on strikes. One away. He's now 0-for-2 on the day. But when you get guys into a regular slot, regular rotation going every fourth day, there could be some big benefits to that. First pitch is touching the top of the zone to Dominic Smith. He's 0-for-1 on the day. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. Smith grounded out to second his first time up. Dubon stands on deck. Braves trail by 4. Still a long way to go in this one. The 0-1 pitch, swing. Slices it to right field. That's down for a base hit. And it is a 1-out single for your Atlanta Braves. Good piece of hitting there by Dominic Smith as he continues to swing a pretty hot bat here for the Braves. One out. First pitch on the way inside to Dubon. Sinker misses for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing. Hammers it down the line. Foul. It's 1-1. And that may just be a difference in philosophy. Because, and though everybody always said, well, it wasn't his decision, the manager definitely weighs in on the decisions. And it felt like as the 1-1 pitch grabs the no, they're going to say that miss. 2-1. Curveball just missing the bottom of the zone. But it was just a philosophy that Snicker had, whether you liked it or didn't like it, that rest meant best for a starting pitcher. Is the 2-1 pitch, swing. Hammers it into left field. That's past the diving glove of Muncy. Into left, and it is a back-to-back singles here for your Atlanta Braves. And Mauricio Dubon chopping it through the hole.
Would you have any? But of course. One of life's finer pleasures.
Just past that glove. If Muncy comes up with that, I don't know if he's able to throw out Dubon with pretty good speed. And it would have been really tough from his angle to be able to get Smith, even though he does not run that well. But he's not exactly Sean Murphy on the base paths either. Langoliers going out there to talk to Savali, who's pitched a good game. You can't take that away from him. But one swing could change this game. Ronald Acuna Jr. is standing at home plate. The Drake is on deck. Matt Olson in the shadows in the hole. Braves 5, A's 1. They have a quick mound visit out there. And Acuna, who's 0-for-2, pop out, strikeout, takes the first pitch. That pitch is well off the plate, wide for a strike. Acuna should have challenged that. Man, that's a bad non-challenge. It's 0-1. The first series of the season, he had 2 failed challenges. That's probably playing with his mind. The 0-1 pitch, swing, fouls it away. It's 0-2. I mean, you could see the spot on the screen. That's pretty accurate where it missed. That pitch is way off the plate. So an 0-2 count. And Mark Rippinger, for years, he's always been one of my least favorite home plate umpires. You don't change overnight just because of the ABS. The 0-2 pitch, ball gets away, kicks away, and both runners will move up. So that'll take the double play out of the equation. And we got runners on second and third. One out. Infield to play back, willing to give up a run here. This is the 1-2 pitch from Savali. Swing! That ball's rifled into right field, going back, making the catch near the warning track. Here comes the throw to the plate, and Smith will score, and it's 5-2 Braves. So, not necessarily what you want there, trailing by 4, but you do make it a 3-run game on the throw. Dubon comes from second down to third. And he's 90 feet away from the Braves cutting this lead in half from what it was at the beginning of the inning. Pretty good effort by Butler firing that ball to to home. That shouldn't have been as close as it was. Drake Baldwin, the batter, first pitch, grabs a curveball at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. I bet there's been some talk, though, with the Braves just looking at some of these non-challenges. The 0-1 pitch, swing, fouls it back. It's 0-2. You just wonder if they are holding off using challenges till much later in the game. And I do agree with keeping one, but the 0-2 count, high and inside, sinker misses, 1-2. Bring it in a little closer so you can see the at-bat. The 1-2. Savali kicks and fires. Swing, rolls it over to second. That should end the inning. It does. 4-3 putout will end the inning. But not before the Braves put one on the board. Clawing our way back in it. It's 5-2. We go to inning number 6.
The odds that you will unexpectedly your pants today are low, but they are never 0.
If you're the type that likes to text or call your friend when their favorite sports team lose, you need to stop doing that. That's one of the most annoying and disrespectful things that you can do. It's something I would never say, because best believe he doesn't hesitate to do it to me. So when it's my turn, I'm not going to be the bigger person.
When you really dislike someone, you should take a moment out of your day, just sit down and ask the Lord to give them explosive diarrhea.
How long you been married?
42 years.
How was that possible?
I count in dog years because my wife's a
I love him. I don't want to hear none of you. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off. And Grandma said it.
And here New York clinched the American League pennant on next to the last day of the season. Yogi Berra, serving his first year as manager, had a close call but came through in the end.
Manager Berra, the Yankees, keeps busy before the game. Bob Gibson blazes the fastball past hard-swinging Mickey Mantle.
Sometimes things happen, and in one instance can change an entire series. And there was one play in my mind that totally changed that series.
Richardson goes far to his right for a fine stop, but the ball seems stuck in his glove. He finally makes the toss, but Limbs drops the ball, and Flood is safe at second base.
We should have won that series, and I've told it before, but if I hadn't made that error that loaded the bases for Ken Boyer to hit the grand slam, we'd have won that series too.
Boyer smashes it deep to left field. It might be out of here. It is a home run. A grand slam that's fair by only 5 or 6 feet.
St. Louis hangs on to win their first World Series since 1946.
Thank you for hyping and subscribing to BCR, your home for radio baseball. Welcome back. Lefty-righty matchup as Martin Perez starts us off back in the 6th inning. The first pitch on the way is rifled over there to third. Great diving stop over there by Austin Riley. L5 in your scorecard. Put an asterisk on that one. One away. Almost right place, right time, because he didn't have far to go. He had quick cat-like reflexes. First pitch to Ibanez is right there on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Ibanez right now the player of the game for the A's. 2 for 2 with 2 runs, 2 singles, an RBI. 1-1. Kicks and fires. Down and in, ball 2-2-1. Misses with the change. Top of the 6th inning, Braves trail 5-2. Martin Perez throwing his 9th pitch of the night. Swing, hits it high, and camping underneath it is Michael Harris II. F8 in your scorecard and 2 away. Two down. First pitch swinging by Butler is sawed off foul and out of play. It's 0-1.
Good night, Jim Bob.
The 0-1 right there on the top of the zone for a strike. It's 0-2. So Fred's heading to bed. The 0-2. Down and in. 1-2. 1-2 count. Lefty, lefty. Butler is 0 for 1 on the day. Perez turns and fires inside, 2-2. If you haven't seen Martin Perez much over his career, I mean, he's a solid left-handed pitcher. I was a little shocked that he wasn't the one that got the start and then have Suarez ready to piggyback off him. Is the 2-2. Swing, broken bat up the middle. And Dubon's got it. He'll flip it to first, and that'll end the inning. So they go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Time to claw back into this one, trailing by 3.
Did you know before the United States Postal Service, sending a letter basically meant handing it to someone going in the right direction? But on February 20th, 1792, George Washington set out to change all that. And he signed the law that officially created the United States Postal Service. Now suddenly letters have regular routes. You could send one from Philadelphia to New York in about 1 to 2 days, from Boston to Charleston in maybe a week or so, and even across the ocean. Still would probably take months, but the domestic was way better. And here's how it worked. If you wanted to send a letter or receive a letter, unless you were a huge business or a very important person, you had to go down to your local post office. And that post office early on was probably inside of a tavern or a store or a print shop. And privacy laws didn't become a real thing until about the 1840s. So your local postmaster probably knew everything about everybody. The founding fathers believed an informed public was essential to a free republic. As Thomas Jefferson put it, whenever the people are well informed, they can be trusted with their own government. In the spirit of that, while personal letters could range from 6 to 25 cents to send depending on the distance, they decided to make newspapers only cost 1 cent within a 100-mile range, and only 1.5 cents beyond that, which meant spreading the news and keeping the people informed was much easier and more affordable. They truly believed that true democracy requires information.
Yogi took his team all the way to Game 7 of the World Series in his first year as manager, so he was convinced the Yankees were going to give him a 2-year contract extension.
But Ralph Houck had made up his mind months ago that he was going to fire Yogi, and so he did.
Yogi gets fired, and Johnny Keane, who was the manager of the Cardinals, comes over to the Yankees. And quite frankly, that put the Yankees on the downward spiral. And I used to talk to Yogi about that, and the way he would say it, I thought I was going in for a raise.
It's gone! It's 7:15! There's an
new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
Thought I was going in for A's. They can be. 5-2 your score, bottom of the 6th. Braves going to try to put some runs back here on the board as Matt Olson leads us off. First pitch is a curveball, bends inside for a strike. It's 0-1. Harris is the new pitcher. The 0-1, or 1-0, swung on, fouled away. 1-1. They bring the left-hander Hogan Harris in. Last year, 48 appearances. He had an ERA of 3.2. The 1-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. Chase that one off the plate, and that'll be a can of corn out there for Wilson. F6 in your scorecard, 1 away. One up, 1 down. Austin Riley, the batter. 0 for 2 with the ground out and a deep fly out. First pitch is a curve right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Yastrzemski's on deck, but what they have been doing, no, it looks like he will get to bat. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. I was about to say what they have been doing is doing a straight platoon where it's him and Eli, and when a lefty comes in, they lift Yastrzemski and vice versa. The 0-2 count, down and in, check swing. Did he go around? They check down the line. He does not. 1-2. Sure, they would think about it if it was a different situation, meaning like if he had the bases loaded right now, but with nobody on and trailing by 3, the 1-2 swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. Probably want to leave that left-handed stick in there at least one more go-around in case there's a right-hander on the mound in the later innings. St. Louis 2, Mets nothing, top of the 5th. The 1-2 to Riley is sawed off foul right in on his hands. Fist sitting to the crowd. Do it again. The 1-2 from Harris. Curveball just misses outside. 2-2. Telling you that right there is the difference in the ABS system. Last year, Rippinger's ringing them up on that because it's a good frame. That's where they're going to go by. The 2-2 in the dirt, ball 3, 3-2. What's really insane, if you look at a lot of these ABS challenges, and I guarantee you the umpires have just been practicing in the offseason as far as realizing they got to make their zone more true as the payoff pitch is down and in, ball 4. So Riley goes on down to first. But I was looking at some of the cards and like the hits and the misses, and it's insane how some of these how many of these ABS challenges, whether they win for or against the umpire, or just by a sliver. First pitch to Yastrzemski is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. What it tells me is the majority of them could have been doing this all along, but they didn't have the threat of being shown up by the ABS challenge, so they just stuck with their own strike zone. Is the 1-0. Just misses outside, ball 2, 2-0. 2-0 count. There had to have been some kind of workshops and whatnot in the offseason that got them ready for this. Because some of these umpires that are infamous with wide strike zones, is the 2-0 pitch. Right there on the outer edge, just maybe touched it. Looked like it was a bit off the plate, but 2-1, Yastrzemski didn't want to challenge it there. 2-1 count. Harris brings it. That one, four-seam fastball right down the pipe. It's 2-2. A's 5, Braves 2, bottom of the 6th. Braves won game 1 of this series, the 2-2 pitch. Outside wide. Full count on deck is Ozzie Albies. If the Braves do not come back and win this one, the rubber matches tomorrow. It's 3-2. Down and away, ball 4, so he'll head on down to first. Good at bat there by the Yaz.
That's it. Yes, put everything on it. Don't hold back anything.
Yabba, dabba, do. Yahoo!
So 2 on, 2 out. You're going to get a... Not going with the pitching change. They are going to have a quick powwow on the mound there. Ozzie Albies going to the on-deck circle. Lefty-righty matchup. Pitching coach Scott Emerson heads back to the dugout. Remember, their batting coach, or excuse me, their manager, Mark Kotze, is ex-Atlanta Brave as well. The first pitch on the way, swing, chopped by Ozzie Albies, a curveball, way out in front of that one. It's 0-1. Ozzie, ground out and a fly out. 0 for 2 on the night. He's now batting .294 on the year. The 0-1. They're going to turn around and fire it to second base real quick, and Riley has to dive back in just in time. The 0-1 count. Right there, curveball. It's 0-2. So back-to-back curveballs to start the at-bat. Does he go for the trifecta or come in with the gas? The 0-2. Swing, pops it up. High into center field. Very shallow. Clark coming in. Makes the catch. There's a one hopper to third, and there's 2 down. 2 down with Harris coming to the plate, so another left-handed bat. And Dominic Smith is on deck. On our bench, you've got Farmer, Heim, Mateo, and Eli White. First pitch on the way is a 4-seamer down and in. It's 1-0. You'd love to get a base hit here, even if it's just to bring in the 1 run this inning. Just keep pecking away at that. The 1-0. Drops it down and in. 1-1. Looks like Jonah Heim has grabbed a bat. It's an interesting one. That's your backup catcher. One count. Brings it. Swing, pops it up. And that's going to end the inning. F6 in your scorecard. So the Braves get a couple on, but Mike, he ain't money tonight. We trail it 5-2 going to the 7th.
One flavor has to go. Chocolate. This is easy. It's not a debate. Get rid of chocolate. Strawberry and vanilla, perfectly fine. Chocolate, I don't know a single person who likes chocolate ice cream. I have not seen anyone eat chocolate ice cream in years. The last time I saw somebody eat chocolate ice cream was maybe like elementary school when we had those ice cream parties. And while we're on the topic, can we just discontinue Neapolitan ice cream in general? Nobody wants this. The people who like vanilla ice cream like vanilla ice cream. The people who like strawberry ice cream, an extremely underrated flavor, they like strawberry ice cream. And the people who like chocolate ice cream, y'all stay away from me. No matter where you scoop, you're going to taste everything, and I don't want that. If I don't like my food to touch, what makes you think I want my flavors mixing? And then it's ice cream, so it's all going to just melt together anyway. If you don't finish this all in one sitting, it's just going to be a big hodgepodge of melted flavors that nobody wants. Chocolate has to go.
What are you doing to Yogi? You know, and it wasn't right. You know, but he took it like a man. You know, but inside, it had to be killing him. It had to be.
I called Yogi, and I talked to Carmen, his wife, and she said, Yogi's upstairs crying. He said he's so upset that, you know, losing the job and maybe having to leave the Yankees and so forth.
But cellar dweller Stengel had no complications. He was re-signed, and then came the news that the Mets had hired Yogi, who got a hefty severance check from the Yanks.
Casey Stengel swooped in and hired Yogi to help coach the Mets. They were dead last in the league, and Shea Stadium was considered a place where careers went to die.
Casey was determined this year that the Mets would not fall below last place.
Excuse me, sir, why are you a Mets fan?
I'm not.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it and throw to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
Welcome back. Martin Perez going back out there, fires a curveball inside for a ball to Denzel Clark. Got to keep him off the base pass. He can fly. Number 9 hitter takes the 1-0 right there. P at the knees. Cutter for a strike. It's 1-1. This is what I expected from Martin Perez. I mean, Martin Perez to me is the 1-1 in the dirt. 2-1. He's the next best thing if we couldn't get Jose Quintana. I would have loved to have signed them both and just have that depth. But when some of these guys come around and come healthy, we come back off that long road trip with the 2-1 inside. 3-1. I think it's time to bid adieu to Jose Suarez as long as everybody's healthy. 3-1 pitch, swing, slices it towards right field, and that's down for a base hit. It's a leadoff single for the A's. And the top of the order coming to the plate. Wilson, who's 1 for 3. With 2 RBI double down the line in the second time up. First pitch. Drops a bunt. Good bunt. Is that going to stay fair or foul? It's going to stay fair. And Drake, man, he took forever to think about grabbing that. So it is going to be a base hit, an infield single. Thought it had rolled foul at first, but I guess it didn't. And Drake was hoping it would and just kind of watching it. Wilson was busting it all the way. So it'll be an infield single. That's a mental error for Drake. He won't be rang up with an error. You can't assume that. Shea Langoliers stands in. Solo shot in the 5th. 31 home runs last year. 4 home runs already. First pitch swinging, hammers it over to short. Dubon to Ozzie to Olsen all day. A 6-4-3 double play. Clark will head on down to third, but there are 2 outs. Big double play there. Good pitch by Perez. The Braves up by 3. Top of the 7th inning. First pitch, swinging. Kurtz whiffs over it. It's 0-1. This kid here can swing that lumber too. You got to be careful here. One. As that pitch misses inside. 1-1 count. Perez kicks and fires. Swing. Bangs that off the plate. It's 1-2. A's 5, Braves 2, top of the 7th inning. 2 outs. The 1-2 just misses. I mean, just misses. Good frame by Drake, but didn't get the call. The 2-2. Down below the knees. Ball 3. Full count. Brings it. Swing, chops it foul right in on his hands. Standing on deck is Rooker. But Perez would like to see him in the 8th, not here in the 7th. The payoff pitch. Swing off his instep and we'll do it again. You're seeing a lot of big extensions in Major League Baseball in this spring. Colt Emerson of the Mariners signed an 8-year, $95 million extension. A lot of these youngsters are choosing to go ahead and get some financial security and not play the long game, which I can't blame them. I mean, that's how the Braves ended up locking up Acuna. The payoff pitch. Swing just got a piece of it, rolls it back foul, and we'll do it again. 5-2 your score, top of the 7th inning, 2 outs. Perez turns and fires, swing, lifts it into left field, drifting back, making the easy catch out there is the Yaz, and that'll end the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to get up and stretch, Braves country. Atlanta trails it by 3. welcome back. Right-hander Sterner's coming in, so Dominic Smith will stay in the game. First pitch is a sweeper right there at the knees. It's 0-1. 0-1. Kicks and fires. High and out of the zone. 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves trail 5-2. Turns and fires, and the four-seamer. This is high, 2-1. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the A's. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Braves. Bottom of the 7th, nobody out. The 2-1 pitch, swing. And the cutter busts in, rolls over on his foot. It's 2-2. Out-of-town scoreboard looks like this. Rangers lead the Angels 8-3. The Sterner asked for a new ball, and Smith walking that one off. Marlins 9-2 over the White Sox. Man, it seems like they play the White Sox 7th, 8th game in a row now. Pirates 6, Reds 3. Blue Jays, Max Scherzer getting the start tonight, lead the Rockies 2-1 in the 7th. This is the 2-2 down and in, ball 3-3-2. Cubs and Angels scoreless. They're in the 6th. We'll see the Angels next week in Los Angeles. Brewers 3, Rays 2 in the 6th. The payoff pitch, swing. Fouls it away. Cardinals 2, Mets nothing. That game is in the 6th inning. The Astros lead the Red Sox 3-0 in the 4th. And the Phillies held on to beat the Nationals 3-2. The payoff pitch, outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. That's what the Phillies, just their 2nd win of the year. First pitch to Mauricio Dubon is inside for a strike. It's 0-1. Smith over it first. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go around? They checked down the first base line. He did not. Livensparker says no dice. It's 1-0. 1-1 count. Pitch to Dubon, outside wide, ball 2-1. The 2-1 just misses, ball 3-1. The 3-1 count. Turns and fires, swing, fouls it away, four-seam fastball right there at the knees, bangs it into the crowd. The payoff pitch. As Dubon steps out of the box, using his timeout, adjusting his glove, kind of reminiscent of Nomar Garciaparra. The payoff pitch, swing, lifts it down the right field line, giving Chase's Butler. He is going to run out of room as it smacks up against the screen. So still a full count, nobody out. 1 on. Remember, the Braves still have both of their ABS challenges. The A's are down to 1. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball's hit over to third. It's going to be a 5-4 put. Oh, no, it's a high throw, and that ball comes in and out of the glove of the second baseman, Ibanez, and everybody's safe. So that's going to be probably an E4. I have to see it again. It's either an E5 or an E4. It was kind of a high throw. It was dropped by, let's see here. It's a high throw. It was a bad reception by Ibanez. I think he was trying to throw the ball before he had it. He looked down before he had it. They'll give the error to the third baseman in all likelihood. So at E5, and Ronald Acuna Jr. representing the tying run stands at the plate. First pitch on the way. Sweeper. Down and away. It's 1-0. 2 on, nobody out. One-0. Outside wide. 2-0. 2-0 count. On deck is Drake. In the hole, Olsen. The 2-0 pitch. Swing. Smacks the cutter towards the first base dugout. Probably should have laid off that one. That was barely on this on the zone if it was. That was dangerously close to ball 3. Regardless, if he keeps that ball in play, it's going to end up being a double play. The 2-1 pitch, they set up outside wide. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So Acuna, once up 2-0, now down 2-2. The 2-2, check swing. He went in. It doesn't matter. That ball was right down the pipe, strike 3. So Acuna's struggles continue to mount up. Out after out after out. He is now batting 188 on the young season. I think it's all between his ears here. He's second guessing himself, and he was a hair late behind that one because of it. First pitch is a cutter upstairs to Baldwin, misses 4, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Turns and fires right there at the knees. 1-1. 1-1 count. Right-hander warming up in the pen, Scott Barlow. Next Royal, the 1-1 pitch. Swing, fouls it away. Four-seam fastball. It's 1-2. Two on, 1 out. Infield back into the right, double play depth. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing. Hammers it down the right field line. Will do it again. The 1-2 count. This will be his 24th pitch of the inning. The 1-2 pitch, swing, slaps it towards left field, and that's going to be caught with relative ease out there from the left fielder Soderstrom. F7 your scorecard, 2 down. Good idea by Baldwin to send it the other way. Pitch was high in the strike zone, but just didn't get around on it fast enough. Looks like we're going to get another mound visit out here. Pitching coach Scott Emerson. Matt Olson, the batter, one swing here. He could tie it up. Righty lefty, first pitch on the way. Swing, four-seam fastball, knocks it deep and out of play. It's 0-1. Olson batting .278 on the year. Yet to go yard. 29 home runs last year. An 850 OPS, 95 RBIs, and that's considered a down year for the Ice House. The 0-1 pitch. Swing. Cutter in on his hands. He'll foul it back to the backstop. It's 0-2. Count. 5-2 your score. A's lead the Braves, tying run at the plate. Here's the pitch. High and out of the zone. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Chase one out around his ankles. And that'll end the inning. We'll go to the eighth, still trailing 5-2. Got to keep it right there.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubble gum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubble gum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salad.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks.
Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
This is total BS. Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission for God. I'm on the radio every day.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next. You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you're probably seeing double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. Martin Perez starts us off. Here in the top of the 8th, throwing a strike in there to Rooker. It's 0-1. Brett Rooker 1 for 3 on the day. Singled as the A's challenge that. And that's going to be a ball, so they do win a challenge. 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup. I mean, that barely missed the zone. 1-0. Down below the knees. Called for a strike, 1-1. That pitch right there, that second pitch looked like it was right in the same spot. I was waiting for Rooker to challenge it again, but he won't. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Change up. Out in front. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. Turns and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And there's one away. You wonder where this game would be had Perez been given the start. When they announced Perez being added to the bullpen, I thought that's where they might have been going, is that they were going to have him start because they really didn't seem too keen on Suarez. But somehow somebody lost an argument there as the first pitch swinging by Soderstrom is lifted into right field. Acuna, I think he might have missed it in the lights for a second. He adjusted, puts his glove down backwards over his shoe tops to make the catch. 2 down. Had a lot of top spin on it. He was starting to drift back, and then he realized that ball was about to die in front of him. So 2 up, 2 down, and Muncy, the batter, 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch, swinging the sinker, out and away. It's 0-1. Once again, if Perez goes the distance and the Braves don't come back, this is still kind of a huge deal for the bullpen big picture, because the 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. We don't have a day off until next Thursday, and it would just allow you to keep everybody fresh. I'd still be in favor of not going on the road with Suarez. But we'll see how they play that out. The 0-2, down and away, 1-2. I would be willing to think that whatever they were going to do with Suarez, they've already made up their mind, and tonight hasn't changed it. The 1-2, down and away, 2-2. Unless they had said, we are not going to bring him, and then he threw lights out, then fair enough. But if they decide to keep him, it's going to be for long relief, and Perez might get the start next time. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Martin Perez doing some things. Braves trail by 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Let's go, Braves country.
I hate when people say, hey, can we talk about something later? Tell me now, or I'll kill both of us.
Y'all, I absolutely hate when older folks tell time like this. I can ask my daddy right now, what's the time? Guess what he gonna say? Oh, it's 5:45. Just say it's 5:75. Like, don't do too much. Don't.
On my mama, I'll argue for an hour straight and then keep saying, listen, I'm not finna argue with you.
They called Irish people lazy drunks who couldn't work. But guess who actually built America? When Irish immigrants arrived in the 1800s, they weren't welcomed with open arms. Newspapers mocked them. Cartoons portrayed them as animals. Signs read, "No Irish need apply." They were blamed for crime, blamed for poverty. But here's what they were actually doing: digging canals by hand, laying railroad tracks across wilderness, building the roads, bridges, and tunnels that connected the country. Irish labor helped construct parts of the Erie Canal, worked on early rail lines, and filled the ranks of fire brigades and police departments in growing cities. They worked in mines, on docks, in factories. They were quietly building the backbone of American infrastructure.
Yes, out. And out comes Casey Stinger. One of baseball's...
In 1968, we couldn't do anything right. Yogi is our first base coach, but he's also the hitting coach.
Art Shamsky.
One day I said to him, Yogi, I'm really struggling. You know, what should I do? And he just simply said, well, see it, hit it. I mean, don't get any more basic than that. I mean, he was right. I mean, it's a pretty simple philosophy.
He really loved to mentor younger players.
Nobody in baseball tries harder than Ron Swoboda.
One time, Mets outfielder Ron Swoboda said he was going to start using the same batting stance as Frank Robinson. And Grandpa says, no, I don't think that's a good idea. And he says, if you can't imitate him, don't copy him.
Welcome back. Austin Riley's going to lead us off. Braves trail 5-2. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Righty-righty matchup as Scott Barlow fires the first pitch off the plate. Called for a strike, not challenged. It's 0-1. The Braves do decide to part ways with Suarez. The 0-1. Swing pops it up. Behind on that one again, and that's going to be an easy can of corn, as Shea Langeliers catches it in foul territory, and there's one away. If they do decide to part ways with them, some of the options. Now, granted, they could add somebody to the 40-man. But in all likelihood, you would grab someone who's already on the 40-man roster. So we're talking about Stratton, Munoz, Lara. Probably not Harris, definitely not Fuentes, I don't believe, because he threw so many pitches just a couple of days ago. And then you've also got Dylan Dodd. If you're going to take Dylan Dodd with you on the road, I mean, that would be a heck of a deal, as the first pitch is a curveball, misses outside to Yastrzemski. It's 1-0. My bet would be Hunter Stratton, unless they're looking for the long haul, and then it would be Dylan Dodd. 1-0 count. Right there, grabs the outer edge. 1-1. Dodd looked pretty good in the spring. He just got sent down because he had options. And the Braves were looking at this 13 games in a row without a day off. And what that would do to your bullpen. The 1-1 pitch, swing, pops it back foul. It's 1-2. But Martin Perez, I mean, he is a veteran. He's been around for a while and spent most of his career in the American League, so most Braves fans probably aren't familiar with him. But I can just tell you from following the game and following his career, because he was always one of those streamers that we would use in fantasy. He's always a solid pitcher. And if you send him out there for a start, you could expect 5, maybe 6 innings, low strikeout, but usually he keeps the runs down. The 1-2, swing, just got the piece of that curveball to stay alive. We'll do it again. The 1-2 count. Turns and fires, and that ball's lifted into center field. Drifting over, making the easy catch is Clark. F8 in your scorecard, and there's 2 down. Perez started his career with the Texas Rangers, and he was there for quite some time before stops in Minnesota, Boston. He actually came back to Texas. That's really where he's known for, is the Rangers, but he also pitched in Pittsburgh, San Diego, last year with the White Sox. I mean, even last year, 56 innings, a 3.54 ERA. His ERA is always manageable. First pitch to Ozzie Albies is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. 0-1 count. We talked about it in length on Braves Country today, so I won't peel back that onion again. But he was when they signed him, I was happy to see it because I felt like we needed him or Quintana at the time. Like I said, I would have signed them both. And let the chips fall where they may as the 0-1 pitch. Swing! That ball's hammered down the right field line, but foul just past the tarps. Good grab by the ball boy. It's 0-2. Michael Harris, the second, standing on deck. Braves down 5-2. Ozzie down 0-2. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch, swing, and that ball is going to get knocked over to second. It's a 4-3. And Ozzie, goose egg on the board tonight, 0 for 4. We go to the 9th inning, trailing by 3.
Whenever you get angry at somebody, just remember to take a breath. Count to 10, and then throw a punch at 8. Nobody expects that.
Yep, the world's longest ever boxing match was in 1893. 110 rounds, lasted 7 hours and 19 minutes, and it ended up with a no contest.
Is it true that a speed limit in America is just a suggestion?
Well, kinda. I mean, legally, no. But technically, yes. Like, it depends on where you live at. You know, in Texas, it's absolutely a suggestion, okay? I'd suggest you drive just as fast as everybody else for your own safety. Because if you don't, you're going to get put in harm's way. But Louisiana, on the other hand, I wouldn't suggest that, okay? As a matter of fact, you speed through there if you want to and watch how a state trooper spawn from behind a billboard or a tree. A ticket is the best case scenario for you.
As I round at second base, I'm yelling at Pete Rose, "Don't you wish you were this strong? Don't you wish you were this strong?" And Pete Rose is yelling at me, "Isn't this fun? Isn't this what World Series is about?"
But Carbo's game-tying blast was just the beginning, for the game would move into extra inning.
The most important play I ever made was in the 6th game of the World Series. Griffey gets on base, and I'm in right field, and you got Joe Morgan at the plate. If it goes over my head, I've got to go in the stands because there's no tomorrow.
Evans is going back near the wall, and oh, what a catch he made! What a catch by Dwight Evans, and it's a double play.
Now
past the 12th inning, and I'm on the on-deck circle with Fred Lynn, and I said to Freddie, I feel like I'm going to hit something. I'm going to hit the ball off the wall, drive me in.
We were talking about it on deck before he went up there, and he said, you know, I'm going to get on. You drive me in. Well, he hogged the show.
Hey Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. First pitch to Andy Ibanez, right there for a strike, lefty-righty matchup. It's 0-1, infield back into the left. The 0-1 pitch is fired high and inside. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way to Ibanez is lifted into left field. Yastrzemski's underneath it. F7 in your scorecard, and there's one away. One up, one down. Perez, by the way, at 43 pitches. If you're wondering who's still out there, is the sinker is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. One of the problems is whoever you sign is the 1-0 pitch. Swing, lifts it into left field high and deep, but underneath it just before the warning track is Yastrzemski once again for out number 2. Whoever you sign is not going to be ready until probably best case scenario, if we're being really honest, as April 1st is hitting tomorrow. Happy April Fool's Day. Ahead of time to everybody. I'll probably forget tomorrow. But first pitch is outside wide. Curveball misses for a ball. It's 1-0. But you've got Lucas Giolito. The 1-0 swing. Hit hard on the ground. Man, that ball ate up Riley. He stayed with it, and that'll be an easy 5-3. So we'll head to the ninth. Martin Perez has looked phenomenal. Suarez looked horrible. We'll meet somewhere in the middle. It's 5-2. Braves trail. We'll be back in a flash.
Can we start enforcing laws based on annoyance? I'll start. If you run an ad that's 10 times the volume of the show I'm watching, you're put to death.
Y'all, it's my sister's birthday. She been out all day getting her free stuff again. Happy birthday to her. Now let's take a look at what she got. So down here I see some IHOP pancakes. It looks like she got a cupcake from somewhere. What is this? A bacon cheddar cheese stick. She got some fries from Whataburgers. We got some Buffalo Wild Wings over here. Something from McDonald's off their McCafe. We got a Jimmy John's sub. We got Chipotle. How was she getting all this stuff? Because on my birthday, all I get is a free donut from Krispy Kreme. I'm clearly not living right. That Chipotle bowl over here, that's a little suspicious, because the most I get is a free side of guac. How? Chipotle, the next time my birthday comes around, instead of giving me the free guac, just give me 1,000 points. And also, why am I not getting free stuff from Popeyes on my birthday? Because I definitely earned that. Are you guys getting your free birthday snacks every year? Let me know in the comments.
I think the thing is he simplifies everything. Sometimes you overanalyze and you overthink and you hear something so simple as swinging a strike. And you're like, you know what? I keep thinking about everything else, but that really makes a lot of sense.
When Yogi joined the Mets, they were consistently losing over 100 games a year.
Runs for both.
But he helped turn them around, and in 1969, the Miracle Mets went on to win 100 games and shock the baseball world by winning the World Series, giving Yogi his 11th ring.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Somehow these World Series follow my dad around like rabbits.
Do not tell me to come home if I gotta walk past people in the living room. Nah.
Welcome back. Bottom of the ninth. Here we go, boys and girls. First pitch on the way is a sinker off the plate wide for a ball. Michael Harris, the second, will lead us off, followed by Dominic Smith, Dubon. 7, 8, 9 hitters. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing, lifts it into center field, and that ball's going to drop for a base hit. And maybe that'll get us going. Just the 5th base hit of the day for the Atlanta Braves.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
Hit that ball right on the screws. Drops it into center, and it's a leadoff single. Dominic Smith coming to the plate. First pitch to Smith. Swing, pops it up. Lazy fly ball to left. F7 in your scorecard, and there's one down, excuse me. 1 up, 1 down, Dubon, due up, and then you've got Acuna to pinch hit. They're all right-handers except for Heim, the switch-hitting catcher. So it's Farmer, Mateo, and White. More likely that they are going to save a couple of these guys for pinch running duties, because none of them really tore the cover off the ball in the spring. First pitch to Dubon is inside for a strike. Right there on the cart path, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and fires. Inside, spins him around, sinker. 1-1. Lucas Giolito, Frankie Montas, Alex Cobb, John Gray, Tyler Anderson, Patrick Corbin. That's the one that I'm surprised nobody has signed. It's the 1-1 pitch, outside wide, 2-1. Nestor Cortez, who has just seen better days. Michael Kepik. And, of course, Carlos Carrasco's still back out there. And Marcus Stroman. The 2-1. Swing, hits it back up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. A seeing eye single in your Atlanta Braves. Have runners on first and second. 1 out. Dubon!
Pardon me. Would you have any?
But of course. One of life's finer pleasures.
One of life's finer pleasures smacks it into center field. Ronald Acuna Jr., who's had a terrible start to the 2026 season, he can change all that with one swing. Righty-righty matchup. First and second, 1 out. The first pitch. Up top for a strike. It's 0-1. Good speed on the base paths, so anything punched into the gap could score 2. Of course, the key run is right there at home plate. The 0-1. Outside wide, curveball, good take by Acuna. It's 1-1. On deck, you have Baldwin, followed by Olsen. We were to keep the line moving, Riley, and then the Az. The 1-1, swing and a miss, splitter. Over the top, it's 1-2. So 1-2 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss, whiffed at a splitter. Strike 3. That pitch was nowhere near the zone to Acuna, and he is struggling. 2 down. I mean, that was a bad at bat. There's no way around that. He's trying to pull, so he's opening up, and the ball's on the other side of the plate, so he's just wailing at it. Drake Baldwin is our last chance. The 2 on, 2 out. The tying run at the plate. First pitch swinging. Rattles a sinker. Foul and back out of play. It's 0-1. I wouldn't be in favor of moving him down in the order because it's yet early in the season, but maybe he just needs a night off. The 0-1. Swing, pops it up. And that should end the game. Who wants it? Ibanez might as well. He was the star of the game early on. F4 your scorecard, and the Braves lose a tough one. It is 5-2 your final.
This sucks, and it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
There isn't anything to do. We're done. We're licked. What will they do to us? Right now, we're caught as we're wanted. If it's amusement you're after, I guess the game's up. That's all over with. Oh, what a loser! So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight.
Oh, no! We suck again!
5-2 your final. 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Athletics. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for your Atlanta Braves. The loss will go to Suarez, but the good thing you can take out of this game, Martin Perez goes out there, 4 1/3, no runs, 3 strikeouts, just 2 hits allowed. We might have found our number 5 starter until Strider can come back. And even after Strider comes back, pretty good weapon to have out of the pen. We'll see you tomorrow. Remember, it's an early game tomorrow, so set your alarm clocks. 12:15 will come on the air at 11:15. Have a great night, Braves country. Tough loss, 5-2. Still got a chance to win the series, though. Chris Sale is on the line. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar. like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With the smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.